Shalom. This is the brother Tata Bob from the GMS Birmingham camp. I want to start out by giving all glory, infinite praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Don't want us to my apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, the teaching that real well, and salutations unto the Akim throughout the four corners that are putting their life on the line with you and with God. I just wanted to come real quick, Lord, what on this lesson edifying, just meditating through the spirit, it's been a thing that, I've been meditating upon. I've been coming across all week. I just decided to put the meditation upon wax and go into, this so-called nostalgia, this retro, this Anhedonia. You got certain intellectual minds that push a higher mental ceiling, they got a higher mental capacity, so they have a higher ceiling for understanding. They understand that they suffer from anhedonia, all right, and they suffer from nostalgia as well, and it's all just a depression demon because they don't have the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah. So I'm gonna go here first because really it's nostalgia. That's what people more so understand, but everyone all suffer because the spirit of this place is leaving. It's influence over you. The only thing that moves you now is the righteousness. If you're pushing for righteousness, yeah, you still have something to hope for. But if you're not pushing for righteousness, hey man, you're losing more and more spirit as the days go by, man. Because the spirit of this world passeth away. Alright, now this is Anhedonia. It says the inability to experience pleasure or the loss of interest and motivation in activities you once enjoyed. Alright. Is more than just feeling temporarily sad or unmotivated. It is a clinical symptom characterized by emotional numbness or a blunted response to previously rewarding experiences. All right, so let's go here to nostalgia. A morbid longing to return to one's home or severe homesick considered as a disease. Alright, now nostalgia. Let's see if there's some more into this. It says pain, grief, or distress. Homecoming. Alright. It says food for journey, to recover, to heal. So that's why everybody want to go back to the 90s. But when niggas was in the 90s, they was complaining about the niggas from the 70s, the 80s was like, yo, these niggas gang banging too much. And in the 70s, the folks said these dudes are unhinged doing drugs and doing this, that, and the third, wearing buttless chaps. Alright? You see? It only gets more and more degenerate. So every generation suffers from nostalgia. But only the elect has a cure because we have a greater hope. Alright? We have a greater vision. Alright? Matter of fact, let me. Yeah, I got it queued up. I'll go here. It says, Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure. I read it in NLT. Don't let the excitement of youth cause you to forget your Creator. Honor Him in your youth before you grow old and say, life is not pleasant anymore. And that's all it leads to. Because if you could still move about, still had the stomach, could, get hurt and recover like how you did in your teens or your 20s, hey man, you wouldn't complain about life, man. But the cricks and the breaks, the loosening of joints, the flabbiness of skin, the weariness of the things you've heard and you've seen and you've emotionally experienced, hey, it wears on you, man. And you'll start to think back when you were less enlightened. Did you have more bliss? Because you still see in a retrospect, the Lord took care of you. That's why everybody go back to they reminiscing upon their childhood. their teenage years, or their college years, when it was carefree, or their early years right before they started to have kids and responsibilities, before it really got heavy. And hell, it was already heavy for you Jakes, man. That's why you was always seeking a pleasure island, man. You was always seeking something to get you to escape. See? I'll go here. Ecclesiastes 1:8. All things are full of labor. Man cannot utter it. The eye is not satisfied with seeing, nor the ear filled with hearing. Yeah, so the flesh is not satisfied, man. So you always want to be wild. You always want to be, you want your breath taken away. You don't get that in this society. That's why they always recycle. Because this isn't a spirit, this society, this world doesn't breed a spirit of life, a spirit of growth. It breeds a what? A spirit of death. You see? That's what happened when you get away from the ways of Yahweh Shemi Abashai. Now you talking about the coulda, shoulda, wouldas, how good it used to be. And we gonna be speaking about how great it's gonna be. We ain't even gonna look forward to it. We just gonna be in it. You know? From moment to moment. It ain't gonna be no boring moment in the kingdom. But here you suffer from emotional depression, being understimulated, overly stimulated physically by being worked, high cortisol mentally, being stressed. Alright, let's go here since I said that. Deuteronomy 28:66. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and thou shalt have none assurance of thy life. And Jake is going back to that. Jake came over here in chattel slavery. You know, they went through the Reconstruction era, went through the Civil Rights era, and just for a brief moment, it seemed like Jake was getting a foot up, but really Esau sprinkled crack out there. What? And did Jake a number. Now Jake is absolutely through rap music out there, through some token niggas out there for you, through some harlots, you know. Our people are through. And Jake think the 90s and the early 2000s was peak Jake. From the 60s to the early 2000s was the time to be a nigga. Now everybody's depressed, trying to recreate the old days. Alright? But we have a hope. This is Romans 11:7. What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for. You see, Jake seek for rest, and they won't get it in this society, man. So you can chase the money, cars, clothes, and hoes. You can chase the careers. You can chase the titles. You can chase the children. You can chase the husband. You can chase the wife. You can chase the women. You can chase it all, man. If you ain't chasing the kingdom of heaven, if you ain't chasing the spirit of Yahweh Shemi Abashai, what it is to really mean, what it really means to be important, to be useful. Because the only useful thing on the planet Earth right now is prophecy. And we're at the forefront of it. Lord willing, we be of that number. We continue to endure and put on as the elect. Because none of us are promised. But goddamn it, let's fake it till we make it, man. In all righteousness. According to our abilities. It says, Israel have not attained that which he seeketh for. All these philosophy, all these religions, all of these sayings, these memes, you know, these people live by. It does them no good, and it still boils back to pray for it. And with my cash app in the bio. But the elect have obtained it. What? This knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, because the truth shall set you free, shall make you free, if you choose to what? Utilize it and unlock the shackles and the chains that have bonded you, man, through the spirit of Yahweh Shemi Abashai. But the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. Yeah, these people can't see the hope. They ain't got the vision, man. These people are through. It says, where there is no vision, the people perish. Let's go here to Proverbs 13:12. Hope deferred maketh the heart sick. That's the mind. These people have no hope. So when they see America fall, what they're gonna do? They're gonna become sick and fall just like America, which they're already doing. Hope deferred maketh the heart sick. But when the desire cometh, which is our true hope, all right, it is deferred from us, man. So what? We grown now in this wicked society where these people win. But when the desire cometh, when the seed is, it is blossomed, and now the tree is bringing forth fruit. It is a tree of life. See, it's gonna be everything you ever desire. Everything is gonna be this is greater than I ever even imagined. You know how Jake is, super thankful. All right, I go here. Isaiah 40:31. But they that wait upon Yahweh Shem Yahushua shall renew their strength. That's what it is, to endure, man. So yeah, we're gonna have low moments in this thing, but push through, man. To hell with how it used to be. So what if you lost Big Mom? You know, we done lost dear brothers in this thing, man. Very loving brothers, very particularly, heads, man. But Yahweh Shem Yahushua has been with us to what? To push through, man. To continue. Alright. It says, but they that wait upon Yahweh Shem Yahushua shall renew their strength, and they shall mount up with wings as eagles, and they shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. You see, the Lord is going to actually change our bodies. But the Lord is doing that first through the Spirit, man. Because we're waiting upon him, so he's renewing our strength spiritually first, building our faith that we know that the Lord going to deliver me in this particular moment, you know, especially in the days to come, because they're getting more gloomy. That's why the people are reaching more and more. That's why everybody want to be taking on trips and whatnot, man. This is Malachi, the Ahmed Salah, Micah 2:10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. And that's what these people are trying to do. Nowhere that you can go upon on the planet Earth can you find your rest, man. Especially you being in America. And Jake in particular. You're going to stick out like a sore thumb, even if you got the complexion for protection. Because these heathens know, man. These other nations know. And what? You're going to suffer the curses. And the ones that are in these other foreign lands outside of Babylon, hey, Esau got his foot on their ass, man. Don't get it twisted. For this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with the sword destruction. Yeah, those that thermonuclear missiles. But you were hoping and praying on this place, man. Let's go here. This is John 4:14. But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. No. So that's why we don't experience Anhedonia. You know? We don't experience those low moments of, how it used to be. It could be better. Nah, this is as good as it's gonna get. It's finna get a whole lot worse. But, hey, when the going get tough, the tough get going, man. And the Lord is going to be with us. All right? We know this. But the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up unto everlasting life. Yeah, this is this wisdom. This knowledge, this wisdom. And through it you have what? Hope, man. Because you see the end all be all. We're in the midst of World War III. It just hasn't reached its peak or its boiling point, man. And these people are lackadaisical. So it ain't for us. You know, I started this lesson off, speaking to, these soft hearts or whatever. But at the end of the day, it's for you to get out of that weak ass funk. This shit ain't gonna get no better, man. The only thing that's gonna get better is you. Lord willing, man. Pray that for myself and all the brothers throughout pushing. We pray not for an easy life, but the strength to endure a hard one, man. Go here, Luke 9:62. And Yahushua said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And that's right, man. Bitch made, man. Just like Lot's wife. That's why she don't even get an honorable mention in name.